Hey you guys, this is Rafael from ShilohRelics.com. I hope you've had a chance to go on to ShilohRelics.com lately because there's a lot of cool things. I've just bought 2 huge collections. I'm broke, but I've got some cool stuff coming. So if you get a chance, go on there and look around because over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be putting a lot of stuff on there. I bought several hundred pieces and there's going to be a little bit of everything, probably in every price range. So hopefully there'll be something you can't live without. And there's a few thousand things on there right now. We've moved out a lot of stuff, but there's still a lot of really cool stuff on there. Because every piece that's on there, I bought because one of 2 things. I either really, really liked it, or it was something I could put at a price where I thought it would move along quickly. So if you get a chance, go on there. And I know there's a lot of categories, but there's just not a way to put them on there any better that I've found. And a lot of people say, why don't you have a new items category? It's easy if those guys just put on 5 pieces a week. On a good day, I will put on between 20 and 40 pieces. So in a week, that's 100 to 140 pieces. It would be such a long thing that y'all guys would get bored with it. You'd never check back. So I know you got to look around a lot, but maybe you'll see something that you hadn't seen before. And there's so many areas of collecting in the Civil War field. There's always something new. And that's one thing I love about it. It's been over 30 years now I've been doing this, and there's still something new every day. So not many hobbies you can do that. Most hobbies you're in it for a year, you've seen everything there is to see. Not this stuff. We're going to talk about something today that we hadn't talked about before. It's a set that you most often hear referred to as, that's a dueling set. No, they're not. It sounds good, but they're not. They're target pistols. Sport shooting has been popular as long as there's been guns, because everybody wants to be able to say that they could shoot better than their buddy or somebody that is not their buddy. They especially want to be able to say they can shoot better. This is a target pistol set, 1850s, 1860s. They're not dated, so basically all you can do is give them a range of production. The design of the guns, they're European. Most all of the high quality sets that you see are European. They just made really nice stuff. They had a lot of rich boys running around that wanted fancy case sets like this, because it would have cost a pretty penny to have had these made. These have been refinished and they look brand new. They've been redone, but they're real. And you need to be careful because they have reproduced some of these. You need to be sure, as I always tell you, know who you get it from, because you don't want to get 5 years down the road showing somebody something that you paid $10,000, $12,000 for, and they're like, that's really pretty, but you can order this from Italy today for $1,500. And you got to be careful. Just watch out. Don't let that train hit you, especially when you have been warned there might be a train coming. Don't stand on the tracks. Okay, these guns are cool, real long barreled guns. Check out the gun. It's even designed with flutes on the sides of the barrel all the way around. They have standard percussion locks. The action works. It's got the adjuster for the trigger, a set trigger underneath. They have ornate engraving along the breech. The stock of the gun's beautiful. They're fluted, one-piece wood, nice looking wood, grip cap on the bottom, and they have what's known as a spur trigger guard. See that little design? That's a little flashy thing, and people like them because Jeb Stuart's gun had a spur trigger on it, the Lamat he carried, and it's just something extra that to make them pretty, because these weren't a we got to get it in the field gun. They were a it's going to somebody with a buttload of money and we're going to make it pretty for them kind of gun. You have a pair of them, and how do you know that they are target guns, not dueling guns? Because they did make some dueling guns. One quick way is to look down the barrel. If you see rifling, it's a target gun. Dueling was a gentleman's game, and it was intended to impress the ladies, not actually to kill people. Most of the time, the guys knew the other guy might be a better shot than them. So they use smooth bores that wobbled and weren't as easy to target. In theory, was to go, and don't tell Alexander Hamilton this, because it did not work out well for him. But most of the time they were supposed to go out there, they would fire, it would miss, and then they would move on. Because that's the way it was intended. It was just for show. But sometimes it didn't go too well. And I took my daughters to see that Hamilton play the other day, or actually I guess it was last summer now, since we've been entombed in Corona land. Time seems irrelevant these days. But took them over there. Great play if you get a chance to see it. It's crazy how anybody ever thought to do that. But it was a great play. I really enjoyed it. Amazingly talented actors. If you get a chance, go see it. Now, they made these pretty guns to target shoot. You need to make a pretty case to go with it. So they make this really ornate, elaborate wooden case, brass inlay on top, brass detail work around the front. So you got to have something to go in it. What do they put in it? I'm glad you asked. We're going to talk about that. They put all the accessories that you would need to maintain these guns. They have a wooden mallet to work on if you need to take the barrel off. They have cleaning brushes. They have cleaning rods. They have, let's see if I can get it out here. They have an original bullet mold, and the bullet mold actually has the same engraving as you see on the barrels of the gun. Because, again, it's made for show. Because these guys had enough money. If you could afford this, you had enough money to get it the way you wanted. This was designed to actually carry the powder for the gun. You see here, if you've never looked into collecting powder flasks, you need to do it because it is one of the coolest, most diversified areas of collecting of weaponry. There's thousands of designs of powder flasks. This one is what you hear referred to as a violin-shaped flask for obvious reasons. But it's all custom fit. When you see a case that is trimmed out like this, they call that a French case because it is custom designed for each piece. And it took more time. A lot of the cases of the day just have a partition that separates the compartments. This is a Frenched case, and they're a little bit prettier. Usually run a little bit more money, but hey, if you got this, you might as well have the fancy one. This set is really cool. It's pretty, and it's about half the price of what it would be if the guns weren't refinished. And you need to take that into consideration because a lot of things, we don't know why they did this. It could have been rusted, and they just wanted it to look pretty because everything is still there. Everything looks nice. And so it doesn't kill the piece. It affects the price, but it doesn't kill the piece. So if you get a chance, go on ShilohRelics.com, check this one out. It's the only case, I almost said dueling set, the only case set of target pistols I've got right now. But I've got a heck of a lot of other stuff on there. I hope that you guys are kind. I hope that when you get that opportunity, even if who you're dealing with isn't very friendly, don't let their stupidity take over you. Don't let it eat you up because you're going to leave and they're probably still going to be stupid. So don't let them drag you down. A friend of mine used to say, the more you stir it, the more it stinks. And that's the way some people are. Hopefully they'll change, and I hope they do because they need to. But if they don't let them bring you down. I love y'all. I hope you have a great day. I hope when you get that opportunity that you are kind to people. And remember, we're all so lucky to have one more day. I am so thankful that I get to be with my family. I get to leave here. I get to see somebody that I love, and I get to spend time. And we all need to be thankful for what we've got, not complaining about what we don't, because we're all a lot better off than we could be. Love y'all, and I'll catch you next time.